Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabansky, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to get into this topic here quickly. As you guys know, Kawhi is my favorite player, and one of the biggest knocks on Kawhi Leonard, justifiably, is that he's a player that low manages and has not been available for his team, etc., etc., etc. Well, it turns out this year something is totally different. Kawhi Leonard has played, I believe, in 43 of the 45 or 46 games that the Clippers have played this season. And in the regular season, he's averaging 24.1 points per game on 53% shooting, which is a career high for him. 45% shooting from the three, which is also a career high for him. 88.6% shooting from the free throw line. Let me go back to the fact that I just said Kawhi Leonard is shooting 45% from the three, attempting 5.1 a game, getting 6.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and 1.5 steals, 1.5 turnovers and 1.5 steals and 0.9 blocks. And if you watch Kawhi playing any of these games, you will know that Kawhi Leonard is actually playing some hellacious defense this year. And I think he should definitely be on one of the all-NBA defensive teams. So he's putting up good numbers. Now, some people will see those numbers and say, oh, well, you know, those numbers aren't really that good. I mean, the other players that have been better than Kawhi Leonard and blah, 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 blah. Let me give you Kawhi's real numbers since December 1st. Kawhi Leonard's real numbers are 25.8 points per game he's been averaging on 57% shooting from the field, 49.6% shooting from the three-point line, and shooting 93% from the free throw line. Those has been his split since December 1st. Since December 1st, and the Clippers since December 1st are 23 and 5, if I'm not mistaken, or 24 and 5. They've been winning a lot of games, and right now I think they're tied for most likely making it into the first spot, the first seed in the Western Conference. So what happened? Just the other day, they announced the All-Star reserves on TNT. And as I was listening to it, Charles Barkley was the one that announced Kawhi Leonard. And as he was announcing Kawhi, he said something pretty interesting, which was the following. He said, Kawhi Leonard should be in the MVP conversation. So for those of you guys who didn't hear what Charles Barkley had to say, want to play what Charles Barkley had to say for you now, and then want to come back and continue on the show, take a listen to what Charles Barkley had to say here about Kawhi Leonard.
This is the West Reserve from the Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, indeed. His sixth All-Star selection for the Claw. 24 points a night, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 52%, which is a career high for Kawhi Leonard. Had 11 games of 30 points this year, and Clippers have been rolling 31 and 15, the number 3 team in the West.
And we're talking all this about injuries and things. He should be in the MVP conversation. Because I think they're going to finish with the best record in the West.
Could be. He's played in 41 of their 46 games, by the way. Okay.
So you heard what Charles had to say. He said that Kawhi Leonard should definitely be in the MVP conversation. Now, before producing this show, we actually did a poll. And the poll, I asked the following question. I said, should Kawhi Leonard make the all-NBA first team if he keeps playing well? 81% of the 1,400 voters, 81% said yes, 19% said no. To me, I think Kawhi Leonard should make the all-first NBA team over Luka Doncic, all of these guys. His team has a better record. He's playing better than them. He's more efficient than those guys. And I think if he continues to stay healthy, there's no reason he cannot make it on the all-first, especially if he has one of the best records in the Western Conference, or if not the best record. And I also think that he's definitely going to make all first or all second defensive team, because he's having a stellar year. But then what happened yesterday? The Clippers played against the Detroit Pistons, and they were able to come away victorious in that game. But the way that they played was a bit sloppy, especially on the defensive side of the floor. And then I came across an article from fadeawayworld.net with the following headline. It says, Kawhi Leonard criticizes himself and his teammates, explains what the Clippers must improve. And I read a little bit of what Kawhi said. I mean, the article in Kawhi said, it says, despite a recent successful streak with 15 wins in their last 18 games. Kawhi Leonard remains critical of the Los Angeles Clippers' performance, emphasizing that the team has significant room for improvement. Following their 136-125 victory over the Detroit Pistons, Leonard expressed concerns about the team's defensive effort, stating that the issues lie between our ears. It's between our ears. Tonight we were terrible on the defensive game. On our defensive game, I feel like we've been running our games off of talent. Even our offensive game, it's a lot of slow pace, and it starts with our defense. He then continues, we have to see what we want to be and start setting goals for ourselves. I feel like these last few games have been based on talent, and we need to focus on execution. That's what Kawhi Leonard said. That was his message to his team. Listen, Kawhi is dominating the NBA this year. He's dominating. His numbers would be even more gaudy if he wasn't playing with James Harden, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. That's the reason why he's not scoring all those damn points. If he wasn't playing, if you remove at least James Harden, he'll probably be averaging 27, 28 points per game, right? But nevertheless, he's still playing with all of these guys that can score the ball, and he's having his most efficient season from the field and from the three-point line ever. He's playing the most games that he's played in years. His team is tied for, I guess, the number 1 spot in the Western Conference. If I look at the NBA standings right now, let me pull it up quickly. If I look at the Western Conference standings, the Clippers are tied. The Oklahoma City Thunder have a 34-15 record. The Wolves have a 34-15 record, and the Clippers have a 32-15 record. So the Clippers have just played less games. And they're 8-2 over their last 10 games. Listen, Kawhi Leonard, to me, I think definitely should be on the MVP conversation. If you ask me, who do I think are the best players in the world right now, I would say Nikola Jokic is number 1. I'll throw in Embiid because he's Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid, and he is the MVP. And I'll give you Kawhi. I'll take Kawhi over Jason Tatum. I'll take him over SGA. I'll take him over anybody else you bring to me. I'll take him over Luka. I'll take him over all of those guys. I'll take him over Giannis. All of them. The only person I'm giving you is Nikola Jokic, who I think is the best player in the world, period, end of story. Whether he's a superstar or not, he be busting all of these dudes' asses. He be busting all of their asses. All of them. Superstar, star, whatever star, pop star, whatever the hell you want to call it. He giving all of them that work. They all getting that work. Shout out to Loaded Lux. They all getting that work. So Nikola Jokic is there. Joel Embiid is there, and I got Kawhi. And he's proven it if he's healthy. He is an absolute problem. So I definitely think that he should be in the MVP conversation. I think Charles Barkley is 100% on the money. But of course, the media is all about sitting up there twerking it up. And the media already decides at the beginning of the year who they're going to be twerking it up all over the place for when they're talking about MVP considerations. So that's something to bear in mind. But that's what I think, and I think, and I'm standing by it. So what I want to know from you guys is this: do you think Kawhi Leonard, given how well he's been playing, given the success of his team, should be in the MVP conversation? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.